trying to find some good lighting. Let's see. Uh, we'll get it straight. Hmm. That's good. I think that's good. It's this. This is a little too bright. Mm, yeah. I'm just gonna have to use some artificial lighting. I wanted to use natural light. Ah, I wanted to use natural light, but eh, it's putting too much glare on the camera, so artificial lighting it is. So the topic for this chat is don't listen to black entertainers. Saying that, I don't mean all of them, but for the most part, don't listen to black entertainers. Well, don't listen to entertainers, period. But I'm talking about black entertainers for a reason, because I'm alluding to the 2024 elections where you got all these um, black entertainers telling regular black people to go vote for Harris. If anything, just tell people, hey, you should go vote. But don't tell them whom they should be voting for, right? Don't tell them whom they should be voting for. And don't chastise people if they're not voting the way you want them to or they're choosing not to vote at all. Recently, Spike Lee pulled an Obama and started chastising black men for not choosing Kamala. It's like Spike Lee can shut the hell up. No, like we don't care what he thinks. He's no, he's not our father. Same thing with Obama. Doraemon says hello. What's up? So Mason said hi. What's up? About to cut this pretty soon. But anyway, um, yeah, don't listen to black entertainers. And then you got all these little strip hoppers coming out in support of Kamala, like Sexy Red. That's really a misnomer because there's nothing sexy about her, and she's definitely not red. She's dark. She's brown and ugly. But anyway, she last year said she was a Trump supporter, but now she supports Harris because she doesn't want people telling women what to do with their hoo ha's. She put it in a more explicit terms, but yeah, someone needs to tell her what she should be doing because she obviously doesn't know what to do between her legs. Like, yeah. So all the strip hoppers. So if you don't know what I mean by strip hoppers, I'm talking about all the recent waves of female rappers, strip hoppers, who, you know, are just degenerates and can't rap. Uh, they're all in support of Kamala, and I was like, yeah, that tracks, because Kamala's pretty much a hoe herself. So um, I don't know what that person put, um, since their um, username isn't in English, so can't acknowledge that. Pascal says your eyes look like smooth foo. I don't know what that means, but I'm not interested in men, so uh, Ling New says, hi, where you from? I'm from Maryland. I'm in the United States, so this is a matter pertaining to Americans, so don't know what to tell you if you're foreign. Um, in any case, uh, so there's a lot of BS going on with hip hop today, and in black entertainment. Like I said, you got all these entertainers coming out for Harris. You have most of Hollywood coming out in support of Harris, and for the most part, I've unfollowed most of them on Instagram and Facebook. Uh, especially, like I said, especially the black ones, because if you're shilling for a political candidate, I just don't have respect for you because you think we're supposed to all vote for someone merely based on skin color. That's whack. This is not the 70s, the 80s, nor even the 90s. The last time we all voted for someone based purely based purely I don't know, I'm getting my words incorrect. Based purely on skin color was Obama, and he ended up staying there for 8 years and did not a single goddamn thing for black people. Lane News says, "Sorry, sir, I'm watching from Northeast India, Nagaland." Okay, that's what's up. I haven't heard of Nagaland, but that's cool. Happy Diwali to you, by the way. Um, Prem Kumar says, "I'm from Bangalore, India, sir. What's up, Kumar? Happy Diwali to you as well." But yeah, guys. So some of these entertainers is, and I'm not even talking about politics. I'm talking about. I'm going beyond politics. It's not just about the the black entertainers who are supporting Harris in this election. And I wouldn't even care if they're supporting Trump either. I just don't like people to shill for political candidates. I find that really appalling. But the reason why I've unfollowed the one specifically shilling for Harris is because they're telling other black people that they should vote on her merely based on skin color. And I just find that abhorrent. But again, this isn't just about politics for why you shouldn't listen to black entertainers. It's also because a lot of them are just fucked up individuals. A lot of people remember the rapper Tory Lanez getting locked up uh, 2 years ago over allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot over some altercation between her and her best friend and Tory Lanez. But she went on Gayle King's 2 years ago and lied, saying that she and Tory Lanez never had a sexual relationship, and they did. And she later on said she lied and said, "Yeah, I lied on Gayle King's show. The bitch shouldn't have asked me about that anyway." So if you admittedly lied about something like that, what else weren't you lying about when it came to Tory Lanez? Especially when it comes out that it appears that you were fucking your best friend's boyfriends. One of the people that your best friend was dating was Tory Lanez. And this wasn't the first time. Could it be that's what caused that altercation? So there's that. Also, so we all know about Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, real name Sean Combs. Uh, so we know about his case. We're not gonna go over that. There's also the issue with that the singer Ray J, who now is a businessman. If you guys seen the Ray, what they call them, the Raycon earbuds, those are through Ray J. That is his company. Um, if you guys don't know the Raycon uh, earbuds, that's through Ray J. But also he has a podcast as well, and he started talking some trash about Diddy, and allegedly his three sons pulled up on that man. He's admitted this on another show. Diddy's three sons, well, his two biological sons and his adopted son, who's actually Albie Shore's biological son, they pulled up on him and was about to beat his ass until Ray J's fellow Pyru. Yes, Ray J claims to be a Pyru, which is a gang, related to the Bloods, but separate from the Bloods. We're not gonna get into all that. his fellow Pyru, Chris Brown, came stepped in. Um, wait, delete this troll and bam. But anyway, um, yeah, so they were gonna kick his ass, and it's like you guys in the wrong. Plus, from what I remember, some of his sons are under investigation too. I think both Justin and Christian Combs have been named in that Diddy investigation. So that's that's some crap. Remember last year, Diddy claimed he was innocent. All that stuff was made up until that Cassie video leaked. Oh, it didn't leak. Someone put that out. But no, that man's lying. Plus, is I don't find it a coincidence that a lot of these celebrities supporting Kamala were people who were known to go to Diddy parties. I know people are making it into this conspiracy theory on the political right, saying these conservatives are making up this conspiracy theory that anyone who supports Kamala was a part of the Diddy freak offs. Some of them are. I think what is really showing is that there's a lack of good judgment by many of these entertainers. There's a lack of good judgment. So that's where I'm at with it. But I would like to get some feedback from you guys. If I'm not gonna get any feedback, or if I'm not gonna have anyone who's based here in the States that can even know what I'm talking about, then I'm just gonna end this. But yeah, I just find a lot of black entertainers pretty unlikable at this point. And I've unfollowed at least 100 of them over on Instagram in the past few months. I mean, so many people, Charlemagne the God, um, D.L. Hewley, Spike Lee, um, and Samuel Jackson, just so many people I just find I don't need to follow them. I don't care what they think. Just entertain us and shut the f up. Uh, some of them I still follow, but I like them. Like 50 Cent, I still follow him. Um, Ice T, even though he said he hates Trump, I still follow him just because Ice T isn't shilling for anyone. He's not telling people go vote for Kamala. He's just saying, hey, I don't. He's just saying, hey, I don't rock with Trump. Cool. That's how he feels. He really doesn't care if anyone unfollows him or likes him or whatever. I respect that as well. So then I even unfollowed a running group. Like it's called Black Men Run. I unfollowed them because they was like, well, we endorse Kamala Harris. And I'm like, why are you guys doing a political endorsement on a group dedicated to to black men's health? And instead of it being men to defend this decision, it was a bunch of black women. Again, this is a group for black men to advocate for them for their fitness and health. And there's a bunch of black women saying, "Why do you care who they endorse?" And blah blah blah. It's like because this is not that sort of page. This is a group dedicated to health and stuff like that. And the only guy that came out to say to defend it was like, well, he was like, well, everything is political, which is just bullshit. Everything is not political. Everything is political. He said he said, look how it was a black man who ran who got shot by police. I'm like, one, no, he didn't get shot by police. And two, Ahmaud Arbery's death had nothing to do with his political views. He he was just a victim of just blatant. violence and racism. That has nothing that had nothing to do with having certain political views or anything like that. I was like, so that was a very weird take to try to coalesce all of this into making it make sense that a running group would endorse a candidate, which they didn't before. So why didn't like now you're endorsing a candidate? Like I've been in the group for about I would say at least 4 years. Maybe they endorsed Biden back then, but I don't remember them endorsing anyone. So it was just weird. So I unfollowed them and all their different subsidiary groups across the country. They have like Black Men Run Baltimore, Black Men Run DC, Black Men Run New York, uh, and many other little, major cities across the country where there's a sizable Black population. So I unfollowed the main group and the subsidiary group for Baltimore, where I currently live. So because they share their endorsements across all of their platforms. But yeah, I find the state of Black entertainers pretty bad. Like you have some pillars within the within Black Hollywood, like Denzel Washington, but he is far and few between, unfortunately. And some I'm pretty sure many of them do celebrate Kamala, but they don't all voice it. Like Denzel probably supports her, but he doesn't go on he doesn't go on social media letting everyone know whom he's voting for, much work much less telling everyone else whom they should vote for. He has more tact than that. But I can't say that for all Black entertainers. But like I said, I was looking for a little feedback on this. Not gonna get any. I'll probably get a comment or two after I upload this and people see this on the see this broadcast replayed. And then I'll have a few people saying, "Oh, my bad, I was busy, whatever." Cool, but this is why I don't take topic suggestions, because anytime I look at a topic suggestion, people don't show up, so no, I won't take any unless it's something I want to do. But yeah, I don't see anyone giving any feed right now, and I'm not going to stay up late just to try to get some people to comment. Like I'm not staying up late to do that. So if I come back later, we'll see. But if not, so be it. But I tried early to see if I can get an American audience, and I seem to have not been able to do so. So I'm going to get off in a minute. I just want to see if I have any last minute responders, people who want to make a comment or suggestion or reply to something I just said or whatever. But if not, we'll try this back again either later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. Um, if you guys want to show support, you can give me a like and a subscribe and share the video, or you can give me a membership. Gary host says hello, sir. What's up, Gary? But yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, if when you click on the video on the live feed, and if you see, well, you should see Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B on there. This is I'm using them as an example of Black entertainers that you should avoid. So I enjoyed your Jolly B videos. Thank you. That was Thanks for watching. That was in the real Jollibees overseas, not one of the American ones. Well, I did one here, but that was with me and two friends. But the birthday party of my wife, that was in the Philippines. Like that was I guess a typical Jollibees more or less there. So I did visit them when I was in the Philippines. Okay. What city? Were you in Metro Manila? Um, Cebu, Davao, Boracay. What's up, guys? Did you have a good Halloween? I didn't do anything on Halloween. I saw since I didn't have anything to do, I watched the Terrifier franchise, and it's not good. Like Art the Clown he is a scary looking slasher just because he's dressed up as a clown, but there's not much depth to those horror films. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna. I'll probably watch Terrifier 3 when it comes out on digital, but I'm not paying to see that. His those horror movies have no depth in them. They're basically like a rehashing of a slasher movie from the early '80s. Gary says I've been to Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Okay, so you've been to more places than I have. Um, so yeah, so I mean, you pretty much know like Jollibees, and like the ones here don't have the entire menu that they have over there. So I can't get my Jollibee Happy Meals here like I can over there because I wanted to get the Jollibee bucket, like I got the McDonald's McBoo bucket Happy Meal, because Jollibee did one themselves. So actually, I should have asked my wife to get me one. They're probably sold out now. I should have asked her to give me one of the Jollibee buckets. I mean, not the Chicken Joy bucket. I'm talking about the Halloween like bucket for the Happy Meal. They had one just like McDonald's. Uh, Gary says Manila. I used to do charity work with the homeless children that live in the tunnels, mostly in Alabang. The tunnels? They live in tunnels? When you say tunnels, do you mean like in those small? Are you talking about like the small alleys, like the small alleyways? So I haven't heard of like tunnels. I have one of my wife's friends lives in Alabang. I can ask her about that because I haven't heard of street kids living in tunnels. I thought they mostly lived in like those little, like under the cardboard boxes and or in the alleyways, stuff like that. They live in sewer tunnels. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's horrible. I I haven't done charity work, but like usually I'll give like street kids like food or something like that. My wife is part of a philanthropy group, but they don't do stuff within Manila. Like they go out to the rural provinces and bring them like supplies and stuff like that. But I haven't seen them do anything within Manila or like the inner cities. He says no, there are entire homeless communities that live there. It's pretty sad. So I know there's people who live in the in the garbage dumps, and that there's an entire like basically village, in the in the garbage dump that lives within this garbage dump. I'm aware of that, but I haven't heard of this. I haven't heard of this street kids live in the sewer tunnels. But yeah, I'm aware of some that live like you know, that live within the trash dumps. I've seen that, which is crazy. Um, yeah, I haven't been back in a while. I need to go back. I want to visit the an Aita village as well. Um, I hear those Aita villages are uh, pretty. I don't know. what's the word, rough hewn, I guess you can say. Um, but yeah, that's sad to be living in those little sewer tunnels. That's crazy. Like I said, when I would see them, they're always out on the streets. So I figured they live right there on the streets, like in those alleyways or in those little small corners, stuff like that, where I would see people just lying down. Even worse, I would see some of these kids walking around huffing. I'm like, how are they getting money to buy that stuff? Retire in America overseas. Well, I'm moving overseas before I retire, so and I'm not coming back. As far as retiring, I don't plan on retiring. I I don't I don't know. I don't like the concept of retiring. To me, retiring means like you're basically just gonna not work your last few years before you die. Like to me, retiring means you feeling like you're close to death. I'm not retiring. Like just like my father, my father said he's not retiring. I'm not retiring. I don't like that concept. It made sense in a it made sense in an early era where you worked a hard blue collar job and your last few good years before leave the mortal the mortal realm you wanted to spend at home with your family. I'm not going to wait until I'm decrepit to live my best life with my family and friends. Like I do that as I work. So I don't plan on retiring, but I do plan on living overseas pretty soon. The only reason I haven't done it already, well, I was living overseas, but only reason I haven't returned to doing that is just because of financial reasons. But um, once I do, I will be back over there. But I'm gonna continue working until I can't work. I don't see myself retiring. I think it's sad that some Americans live their whole lives here in America and then finally stay somewhere where they want to be once they're like in their 70s and 80s. Like the whole good part of your life is gone. Like even my grandfather before he died told me, I told him I was going overseas a lot, and he was like, "Oh, that's good." He's like, "You should do that now while you're young." He said, "Don't wait till you're old to do it." I was like, "Oh yeah, granddad." I said, "I completely agree." I said, "That's why I'm doing it now. I'm not waiting until I'm like in my 60s and 70s to start living the life that I want to live." That's I don't know. I'm not knocking anyone else for what they do, but frankly, I find that pathetic. So that's how I see it. Um, but yeah, back to Robert Connor. Like I said, yeah, I didn't do anything for Halloween. I just stayed home, watched Terrifier. What's even sad is back in the Philippines in our community, the kids didn't trick or treat because they went trick or treating the week before Halloween, probably because they were scared of the typhoons and stuff like that. So they picked a good day a week prior to Halloween to go trick or treating. And my wife said she didn't know because they had posted the the information to the community online, I think on Facebook or whatever, but she didn't see it until like after the fact. So they missed, you know, the whole thing with the kids trick or treating because she wanted to give out candy, and I would have like bought candy for them as well to that I think they would like. So, but oh well, there's next year. But anyway, so guys, I guess if there's no other comments, I'm gonna go. Like I said, like and subscribe, share, um, if you don't mind. If you like to show some support, you can get a membership. Memberships only well they start at $2.99, so pretty cheap, cheaper than a Happy Meal. um, or you can send me a super thanks Or my Cash App is always up there in the link, linked in the description, where you can buy me a coffee. Ah, that's what I need to get. Ooh, I completely forgot. I need another coffee. I'm about to get that as soon as I get off from here. Unless I get any further comments or questions or whatever. Um, but yeah, traveling is fun, guys. So that wasn't part of my original topic. Like I said, my topic was don't listen to black entertainers, and the reason being is that I find an uncomfortable amount of them right now shilling on behalf of Kamala Harris. Now, if that's whom they want to throw their support behind, that is fine. I don't care. Support whomever you want to support. This this is for a celebrity or a regular person. However, don't sit there and try to use your celebrity status to promote that politician to other black people and then try to so like tell them that they need to vote based purely on racial like racial identity or alleged racial identity because Kamala isn't really black, but whatever. But in any case, you're not gonna. I don't like celebrities telling folks whom to vote for based on skin color. Um, Also, like I said, a lot of these entertainers live really degenerate lives, but want to tell other people how to live. Like Cardi B sitting there telling people that she's voting for Kamala and that other people should vote for her as well. Why should we listen to Cardi B, a degenerate bitch who 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 used to brag about drugging men and drugging men. She was a stripper who used to drug black men, and have like trannies like sleep with them and stuff like that. Like this is the voice of moral reason. Cardi B or Sexy Red, who also supports Kamala. This is the voice of moral reason here. Sexy Red, Megan the Stallion. This bitch is at a presidential rally twerking. Yada 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 yada. Yada. All Yeah, I'm gonna say it. All three of them look like they stink. All three of them they look like their genitals stink. And like I said, we're gonna listen to Megan Thee Stallion, a bitch that lied on national TV about fucking Tory Lanez and thinks that has nothing to do with that case whatsoever. So she was like, "Yeah, I lied to Gail King, that bitch." She said, "Why that bitch even asking me about that anything that had nothing to do with my situation about getting shot? It has something to do with it because apparently he was dating your best friend and you fucked him, and that caused an altercation. And it wasn't the first time you fucked your best friend's boyfriend, and you lied about it when you were asked about it on national TV, and you don't think that's of no consequence. You're a degenerate, and the stuff you rap about is depraved. So you're not the voice of reason." But yeah, all the strip hoppers um, support Kamala. And it makes sense because again, Kamala's a bit of a hoe herself. She was dating a married man, Willie Brown, and she's an AKA. So if you know about the AKAs, the less needs to be said. And I'm not talking about the AKAs today in 2024. She was an AKA back in the 80s. So that's all I'm going to say. If you know about the Black Greek lettered organizations or BGLOs, aka the Divine Nine, and what each fraternity and sorority more or less was known for, their MOs, about the AKAs. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, but aside from that that actual allegation, no, she did actually sleep, was known to have slept with the black politician Willie Brown while he was a married man. So, and former Judge Joe Brown has straight up called her a hoe, or 304, or whatever you want to call her. He knew her when she was still you know, a prosecutor. So, um, yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it. So, if anyone wants to comment on this, looking at this broadcast on replay, I always check my comments. I don't always reply to all comments, because not every comment deserves a reply. If you know the nature of comments on YouTube or just comments on social media generally. But I don't comment on every. I mean, I don't reply to every comment, but I do read everyone. Well, I try to. There was a one or two videos I had that went viral, and I had so many comments I literally couldn't read all of them. But I tried to read a lot of them though. No, but I did read a lot of them, but I couldn't get through all of them. But usually with these smaller live streams where it's only just one or two comments, I read all of those. Like I said, if it's worth commenting, I'll reply. But I do read them all and appreciate people's thoughts on stuff. Like I said, I was hoping to get a little bit more feedback on this topic. Um, Unfortunately, I have a lot of competition with other streams going on at the same time that may grab eyeballs, and that's fine. That's fair. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go, guys. Like I said, unless someone has any comments or questions, criticisms, queries, quips, or thoughts, if not, that's cool. Or if you do and I miss it, then you can leave it in the comment section. But I'm gonna give it a few seconds just in case I catch someone, you know, furiously typing away while I'm about to end it. Because I've done that so many times on watching other people's live streams. I'm like typing my comment, not knowing they're about to end it, and then it ends before I can send them. Like, damn. So sometimes I would just end up leaving it in the comment section. So if I do the same thing here, like if I end this, if I end any of my streams while you're like furiously typing away, about to send something, witty or quippy, and it ends before you were able to send it, then just leave it in the comment section. Um, right? So I guess that should do it. I do see a few people still in the chat room, but don't see any comments coming. So I'm going to end this here. Like I said, if you can, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to show me some support, um, I do have memberships available, and I have my super thanks always available as well. Thanks, guys. I am out. Mm-mm.